Alright, so I've got this Motorola 5G UW. The screen is all cracked. I dropped it, and I'm gonna try and replace the screen that I just got. I don't really have a lot of experience fixing phones. I just fixed a couple of screens, so I figured I would record this and see how it goes. It might be interesting. So I originally thought that I could just buy a new glass because I knew the LCD and the inside wasn't really damaged because I could still use it. You know, you can still open stuff up. I'll show you my password. But yeah, so I figured maybe I could just get a new glass, but that's no go because apparently the LCD and the glass are together from what I understand, and they're not easy to separate. So this is the brand of screen I ordered from Amazon. Came here in a day. It's pretty cool. Came with a little kit. Probably have about 1,000 of those. And then I've got the screen right here, which I think checks out. That appears to be the right one. So that's good. We'll keep that right here. Now I already opened up the back of this phone for something different. I think I can't remember why I did it, but I did. And so yeah, that comes off real easy. And you know, if you're opening this up to fix your phone, it's going to be an absolute pain. You're better off trying to heat it because there's like sticky adhesive that runs like all the way around this here. And yeah, you can kind of see some of the remnants of it there. So yeah, it's kind of a real pain, and you just got to go slow. And then I haven't removed the battery, but from my understanding, to get to the screen here, we're gonna have to pull out this battery, and then that wire is going to feed through kind of a plastic component and then go right into the main board. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn my phone off. That just seems like a good idea. Alright, shutting down. My phone is off. I guess we're going to have to remove the battery now, which I've heard can be kind of a pain. So I guess I'll just go real slow. I don't think I want to use a metal implement. Probably want to use something that's plastic. I think I got this from another kit. We're going to just gently nudge it. Oh, you know what? I probably have to take off this faceplate, and because there's a connection right there, it's probably going to unplug. Let me do that first. Let's test out some of these screwdrivers that came with it. Oh, nice. So that's coming out. That's probably hard to see, so I'm going to bring up an additional view. Alright, there we go. Now we've got some super professional camera angles, and we're going to take this thing off. Well, that's pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, so we'll pull out this screw. Really need a container. Oh, I'll just throw them right there in the back of the phone. Oh, there we go. It's coming up. It should just pop right off. We'll just go all the way around. There we go. It's just stuck. All right. Perfect. So we got that. Show that to the camera. Isn't that cool? Wowee. All right. So now we're kind of down to the base components. So, all right. That right there is where the battery is connected. Oh, let me show you in this camera. That is where the battery is connected. So I'll just pull that out and then disconnect the battery, and then we should be rocking and rolling. So, all right, let me I need to get in there, but I don't want to ruin the view. There we go, that came off pretty easy actually. Alright, so we got that black tape holding it down. Let me pull this off and take a look at it. Alright, so upon further inspection, I ripped one piece of tape. Who cares? And then we got one piece here that I'm just gonna, I already peeled it up and I'm just gonna peel it back. So there we go. I'm not too worried about that. I've got more tape, so let's see if we can. This battery's probably glued in, I'm sure. Let me take a closer look. So I guess the other plan is to, oh man, this is just embedding shards of glass in my hand. That's wonderful. Oh. Great. Yeah, I need to get that fucking phone replaced. Alright, so I'm just gonna kind of hold the card like this, wedge it in there, and then maybe pour a little bit of alcohol. Just a tiny little bit. I'll let that get in there. And then I'm gonna release that. Hopefully this thing doesn't burst into flame. I don't have a fire extinguisher. I would be fucked. We'll do that. Maybe we'll get the other side just a little bit. We'll probably give it a few minutes to go in. Alright, just a few drops. And we'll push that over there. We'll do that. And we'll push that in there. And I'm just going to wait a couple minutes and maybe get some of these shards of glass out of my fingers because they're starting to accumulate. Alright, so it's been about 2 minutes. I'm going to see if maybe I have to reapply more alcohol or see how it's going. Just going to start this corner. Still no movement really there. Let's try the card. See if I can get underneath it any easier. Man. It's not doing anything. Oh, I think that's coming up just a little. Starting to. Let me pick it up and take a closer look at it. Alright, so the card's making a little bit of progress. It came up just the smallest amount. I'm going to maybe try something a little more forceful. There. Oh, that doesn't really feel good. I think I'm putting too much pressure on that battery. So I think I'm going to try and put in a little more alcohol. I think that might be what we should do. So I'm just going to... Well, actually, I kind of created a channel here. So I'm going to kind of leverage that. I can definitely tell that I'm starting to pick it up just the smallest bit. So a little more. That'll do the trick. And then I'm gonna let that kind of go in and just roll it on its side. Just let that roll. Hopefully that's fine and doesn't explode. I've also seen people saying dental floss, so let me see if I have any dental floss. So we did let the alcohol soak in a little more. Oh, I think that's... Oh. Yeah, the alcohol works. I mean, it's starting to come up. Let me attack it from the other side. I think this side needs a little more alcohol. Become a little more pliable. Just go ahead and add all of it. I mean, it's fine, right? It's not going to get alcohol poisoning. It's a Chad. It's a hard partier. Alright, letting it go over. And there's grain accumulating from all of the broken glass that's going all over my nice table. I can feel it in between my fingers, stabbing me continuously. It's just wonderful. I'm going to let that sit for a few minutes. Is it lifting any better? I think so. It's starting to come up. We can get, but we are starting to deform that battery. Look at that. We don't want that. Ah, shit. Let me take a look at this. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to be persistent. Ooh, we got underneath it now. Alright. That's good. And I'm just gonna hold that there for a second and kind of let it peel up on its own. I think now would be a good time to reapply some alcohol. Alright, so let's just pour a little more. That's not, oh, that's pretty awful, but... I'm going to use this little ramp and just put in a little more. Just a teeny tiny bit more. And we're going to do that. I'm going to slide that out. That go underneath. I don't know if you can see that, but there was kind of a goo that started to accumulate, so it is melting that that stuff, whatever type of adhesive they're using. So we got that. Oh, let's see if I can do a nice money shot here of this thing coming out. Oh, look at that. It's almost out. I'm probably going to have to attack it from the other side now. Just barely holding on. Get out of there. There we fucking go. Alright. So the battery's out. We'll be real careful with this guy. Make sure he doesn't explode and kill me and ruin my house. We got alcohol everywhere. I'm gonna let that disintegrate for a minute. All right, so coming back to it, we have. Let me pull this out of here. we have everything off. This was just the tape that was on top of the battery. We've got a heat sink, it looks like. It's still a little tacky with some glue there, which will be good because we're going to have to put the battery back. This is the cable for the new LCD screen. You can see, let me bring this down. Sorry, the angles I have are really annoying for me, probably for you too. But yeah, see, so that wire is this one here, so we just need to unplug this and then figure out how to move the screen and put this guy right back on. Okay, so from my understanding, after watching some other people do this, what I have to do is remove the glass off the front, but there is kind of a thin strip you probably can't see, which isn't glass, which is just kind of like a plastic covering. So I need to get this glass off there somehow. We're probably going to do some more alcohol and jab at it because we really don't care about the screen too much. It's already broken. Alright, so when I looked online, people recommended using a razor blade. So I have this little razor blade here, and I'm just going to go ahead and maybe dip that in some alcohol and then just start stabbing at it. And, you know, I think that's the optimal strategy. Alright, so I've kind of developed a winning strategy. I can't really do it on camera because of my hands being kind of extended pretty far when I'm over here working. So I kind of brought this closer to me and I just kind of got along the bottom edge and just kind of wiggled the razor blade, and you can see the plastic is starting to lift up. There is a what looks to be a plastic piece encircling the glass, and I want to keep that plastic piece just in case I think I need it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that all the way around the glass, and I would recommend starting with the bottom where the charging port and the headphones are. Alright, so now it's really starting to come off. So I just kept going around and being real easy with it. You can see that it's starting to come off there, and I don't really see any wires. I'm still gonna just keep prying at it, and it's still super sharp glass just everywhere, so I'm gonna have to vacuum up in here afterwards. I'm gonna take this and slide it around. Really don't want to crack that plastic. It's getting a little flimsy over there. So I'm going to return to this side since it's easier going around here. Going around there. The cameras are up there, so I'm going to be extra careful. I'm going to attack it from this corner and then try and meet it down here and then just fucking... Oh my god. This thing is a pain. Alright, so I've been going at it for a while now. I've been sliding this pick down there. And I think it's just about ready to come off. Oh yeah. Okay. We gotta remove, forgot about that. We gotta pull that part out. We get this, should come right off. There we go. Stupid broken LED screen. So yeah, that was taped down, so that was holding it on too. But now, oh, that comes right off. Almost. A lot of the times, I know on iPhones, there's like another wire for the camera, so you really got to be wary of that. Let me sit down so I can get a good look at this before I break something. So it's really just this top area. Oh, come on. What are you stuck on? Alright, so yeah, looking at it now, you can see here's the glass and then here's the plastic screen. I don't know, can you see that? There's the screen, there's the glass, there's the phone. So I'm trying to keep this plastic casing on it while pulling off the glass because the screen does not want to separate. I mean, the casing does not want to separate. So okay, so I'll give you a little progress report just because I'm not doing all this on camera, but it appears to be working pretty well. I'm just kind of sliding the razor blade down after I dip it in my isopropyl alcohol, and it's separating those layers. Let me see if I can separating those layers there. So I'm just taking the razor blade and sliding it down in between those two. So this plastic part is the outer edge, and that goes all the way around the glass, and you don't want to break that. You just want to get rid of the LCD screen right here. Alright, that screen is finally off. Oh my god, yeah, I had to go all the way around it with a razor blade and keep dipping it in alcohol and then just going all the way around it. That was really the only way I got that shit off, and you can see it's still got a few pieces of glass on there. So I'm gonna clear everything off of here and then put the new LCD screen on and feed it through there, plug that in, put the battery back on, put this back plate back on, and then we should be good to rock and roll. Alright, so I finally did it. I've got everything removed and I've got the little plastic piece where there's no glass. I went all the way around it, and I'm gonna have to say that the razor blade is a must-have tool, you know, because you gotta scrape everything off and just keep dipping in the alcohol, and that worked great. Oh shit, I just spilled the alcohol on the new screen. I think that should be fine. Hold on, let me oh fuck me, dude. Alright, I didn't get that wet. I think we're A-okay. Alright, so now I'm going to take the new screen and place it on here. I've got to make sure that I've got to feed this up through there, through that little port, So we'll put that through. We'll flip it over to the back. Oh man, you got this tape in the way. It's a great design. We'll flip that up, and then I'll just pop that in. There appears to be a little gap here. I guess maybe there's supposed to be a screen thing. I think I pulled it out with the other one. There's a little gap right there. So I think I probably pulled it out. The little speaker insert thing. All right, that's on there. So now I've got it flipped over. I'm gonna put this inside of here so it's not getting glass literally everywhere. And then we're gonna plug the battery back in and turn this thing on and pray that it works. So Mr. Battery going right back on there. Oh shit, I think I need to where the hell is the battery? Oh, there's the battery plug. Okay, never mind. So put the battery back on. And then I just need to plug that in right there. There we go. Put that tape back on. I think we're securely in. Let's try and turn this thing. Fuck. So now we got the front back on. Let's try turning it on, see what happens. Oh, nice. It fucking works. Let's be real easy with this thing. Is it broken? No, that's just the screen. Thank God. Alright, so yeah, now we just gotta put the back plate on it and all that bullshit. Alright, so I'm gonna get the rest of this thing together. I'd call that successful. Let's go ahead and put the screws back on it. Alright, so I've got the phone back together. Everything appears to be working good. That's cool. Yep. Yeah. So there we go. Phone's fixed. The only problem is we're just a little bit, everything's loose because there's no adhesive. So I think maybe I have some type of adhesive that'll work. Maybe I'll just put a little couple drops of super glue and we'll see how that works.